And this is KBUK 104.9 LaGrange, and it's now time for high school football playoffs. Flatonia versus Three Rivers at the Marion High School. And in Marion, let's go to Marion with Gary Dushek for the play-by-play.
Well, thank you, Mike, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Veterans Stadium in Marion as we get ready for Class 2A Division I second round or area round matchup between two teams that like to score points. The Flatonia Bulldogs at 10-1. They were the first-place team out of District 13, 2A Division I, taking on the third-place team from District 15, 2A Division I, the Three Rivers Bulldogs. So we've got Bulldogs in both directions here tonight. Flatonia is the visiting team. They'll be on the opposite side of us here. It is a cool evening, a little damp, but cool, no rain, but it just has a damp feel to it and no wind to speak of, but a very chilly night here at Marion. And if you're not sure where Marion is, they're off of Highway 46 that runs parallel to Interstate 10 between San Antonio and Seguin. And we're about, I guess, coming out of Seguin 6 or 7 miles west of Seguin, and about 4 miles to the north of Interstate 10, which is where we are. We've done a number of playoff baseball and softball games here, but this is the first time that I can ever remember coming here for a football game. And they got a nice stadium here as the Bulldogs getting ready to take on the Three Rivers Bulldogs. And Flatonia with a good crowd on the other side. The Three Rivers folks, pretty good drive. They're still coming into the stadium here as we're looking to a game tonight that could be very entertaining. Both teams can throw the ball and both teams can run the ball. And Three Rivers has a huge offensive line. They're a very big team up front, but they also have a very good quarterback, which you're going to hear. All righty, welcome back to Marion. Second half action coming up here shortly. A Bulldog lead of 42-7. I got some score. Not a lot of games tonight. First of all, in this particular region, everything's been up to this point a blowout. Ganado leads Thorndale 35-0. That game in the third quarter. Refugio leads Holland well in the third quarter, 49-0. In the third quarter in Class 3A Division I, Edna 7, Randolph 0. In 4A Division II, Bishop and Navarro tied at 14 in the third quarter. And in the 4A Division I, Port Lavaca Calhoun leads Canyon Lake 21-7. Again, not a lot of games on Thursday this week. As the longer we go, the less teams and games, and then there's more field opportunities. And of course, Thanksgiving is next week, and then you come up with possibilities of afternoon games on Friday or Saturday, and even out in West Texas once in a while they'll play on Thanksgiving Day, and I don't expect that to happen. But Bulldogs are kicking off here as we get ready for quarter three and a 42-7 lead. And I'm curious to see how everybody plays this now, the rest of this ball game. Flatonia would think the faster the clock runs, the better they'll like it. Uriel Manzano would tee it up. Bulldogs going from right to left. The wind is not an issue tonight at all, but it's cool, plenty cool. .54 degrees here, but it's a cool 54. All right, here's the kick, end over end to the far side. Taking it at the 32-yard line, and Amaro trying to work his way up the sideline. He'll get it out over the 40, and that's where Three Rivers will take over to start the third quarter at the 40-yard line.
Taken out of bounds by number 20, Keyshawn Green.
That may have been one of the longest first halves we've had all season. A lot of possession changes, touchdown, penalties, turnovers. All right, Three Rivers will come out on the first play here of the second half. Flatonia still with their four-man down front. Stack formation to the left, and they'll hand it off to Inman trying to go right, breaks it upfield, got a good gain, and then Bulldog territory. Now, the one thing you may have to worry about here for Flatonia is, you know, you got a big lead at the half, but you got to figure Three Rivers ain't going to quit playing either. That was a gain of 15 on the first play and a first down to the Flatonia 45-yard line. All right, they go with a stack formation to the left. Inman coming right, and he'll get knocked down after maybe 3 yards. Good play there by Dayton Cliff with Reese Ramirez coming in for the assist.
And on the stop, number 7, Dayton Cliff.
And that'll be to the 43-yard line, so they got a couple of yards on that play there at the Flatonia 43-yard line. And we've just started here the third quarter. And the Bulldogs, with a big first half, they have a 42-7 lead. 4 turnovers by Three Rivers resulted directly into 3 touchdowns. All right, 2nd and 8, ball's on the near hash. Now they shift, and one of the interior linemen decided to shift with the running back and the wingman, and that's going to cost them 5 yards. They can shift. The receiver people can shift, but the lineman can't. That's the penalty on Three Rivers. That'll take it back to the 48 of Flatonia, where it'll be 2nd down and 13. Two receivers set to the right. The wing is set left. Now they shift back to the near side with the tight end and the wingman. Inman with the handoff coming right, and they run it to the power side, and a good open field tackle by linebacker, or defensive end rather, Ezekiel Rodriguez, after a gain of a couple. Kobe Burton also there on the help. 2 yards there for Inman. And it's going to be 3rd and 11 for Three Rivers at the Flatonia 46.
Brings up 3rd and 11 for Three Rivers.
They'll send out 3 receivers off to the left side. Solis back to throw. Flatonia rushing 4. Solis looking, rolling out near side, fires it to the near sideline, but throws it away. There's nowhere to go with that one. Flatonia secondary doing a good job there, and he throws it away, and it'll be incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brings up a
there again.
Situation for Three Rivers.
Three Rivers. Looks like they're going to go for it here. Again, he's down 35. All right, 4th and 11. Let's see if Flatonia can get a stop there and get the football back. 2 receivers to the near side. That's the narrow side of the field. Solis back to throw. Got plenty of time. Fires one over the middle, and it's caught by Amaro at the 30, and he gets it down to the 25-yard line for a first down. He had all day to throw it, and he waited till Amaro found an open spot, hit him with a pretty pass. So first down for Three Rivers at the Bulldog 24-yard line. Pickup of 22 and a first down. Ball's on the far hash mark. That's on the Flatonia side of the field. Hand off to Inman, coming right, breaks into the clear, gets it inside the 20-yard line. Brought down by an ankle tackle by Keyshawn Green, but a good first down run there for Inman. And it's going to be 2nd down and 4 for Three Rivers. Down to the 19. The 14-yard line, rather. It is the 19-yard line. 2nd down and about 4.5. They shift the formation again to the right with the tight end and the wingman. Solis is running left. Now he pulls up like he might throw it out. He wants to run, and Dayton Cliff shoves him out of bounds. That was the old, there was ever a definition of a run-pass option, it was that one.
Taken out of bounds.
And Solis decided to keep it, and they shoved him out of bounds at the 15. And it's going to be a yard short. So 3rd down and 1 here for the Three Rivers Bulldogs at the 15 of Flatonia, the first possession of the 3rd quarter. Again, they shift that tight end and wingman to the right side of the formation again. They'll run it with Amaro trying to go that way, and Guyton comes up from the secondary and wrestles him down, but he got the 1 yard I think he needed for the first down, it looks like. And an official's timeout, and it is a first down. Yes, first down for Three Rivers.
And Three Rivers picks up a first down on the play.
So first down at the Bulldog 14. As we're about to go under 8 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Three Rivers has started this possession at their 40. They've had the opening kickoff of the second half. Tight formation set left. So Lease drops the snap, and now we got flags flying all over the place.
Flags on the field.
This looks like the old false start here. And it is. That'll cost Three Rivers 5 yards.
False start charged against Three Rivers.
So they'll take it back to the 19. Again, the winner tonight, barring a disaster for Flatonia, would play the winner of tomorrow's Shiner and Mason game, and that should be interesting. Again, those two have played their share of playoff games in football against each other. All right, spread formation now for Three Rivers, 4 receivers, 2 to each side on an E15, and they hand it off, though, to Inman. And coming up, Reese Ramirez made a terrific play and gets Inman for a loss.
Number 8, Caden Inman, taken down immediately by
Very
Ramirez.
lenient forward progress, only a loss of a yard on that. I don't know if he got that close to the line of scrimmage, honestly, but that's only what they marked him back, a yard. Good play, though, by Ramirez back to the 21-yard line. So it's 2nd down, and they need about 17. Lancaster split out to the left. They send 2 receivers here to the near side, and now we got a timeout taken by Three Rivers. 6:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Still 42-7. Flatonia will take a 30-second break and come back.
Have you been on the fence about a new vehicle? Here at Alpha One Ford, we can help. Now is the time to fall into savings. Don't make your current payment again when you could be driving a new Ford. Let our team at Alpha One Ford lower your payment, extend your warranty, and get you into something new. With our ever-changing inventory, there's something for everyone. Stop by Alpha One Ford at 1605 West Travis Street or visit our website at alphaoneford.com. Honest pricing from honest people. See you soon.
Drive away hunger. Alpha One Ford is accepting food donations for our local food pantry. Swing by and drop off non-perishable food items throughout November.
Welcome back. Gary Dushek with you here at Marion. Of course, back at the studio, the official producer of our broadcast, Mike Anders. Bulldogs in control here. They've been in control since this game started. They have a 42-7 lead. They have not had the ball here in the 3rd quarter yet. Three Rivers took the kickoff, and they've run off over 5 minutes here in the 2nd quarter. They have the ball at the 21-yard line of Flatonia on a 2nd down and about 17. As they blow the ball back into play. This was a timeout by Three Rivers. So Leafs back to throw. 4-man rush. Now he wants to run up the middle, and Flatonia did a good job of playing those lanes with their pass rushers, and good open field tackle by Philip Ramirez, and only maybe a yard or 2 at the most there for Solis.
Number 55, Rambo Ramirez.
And the new line of scrimmage will be the 19-yard line. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 14. As we have hit the the halfway point of the third quarter. All right. Solis rolling right, still looking to throw, still looking. Throws one into the end zone up for grabs, and he almost had an interception. There was two Greens back there, and he overshot Amaro, but Keegan Green couldn't haul it in back at the end line, and it goes incomplete. Threw that one into a crowd, and it's going to be fourth down. And four down territory for sure here for Three Rivers. That'll stop the clock at 5:59 with the incompletion. They've kept the ball for half the quarter. All right, four receivers, three to the right, one to the left on fourth and about 14. Solis back to throw, still looking, under pressure, and down he goes, back at the 29, a big sack. Kobe Burton, he's got two touchdown runs, now has a sack, and the ball goes over on downs as Flatonia keeps him out of the end zone here in the third quarter. The loss back to the 29, 10-yard loss on the sack, and Flatonia will take over first down, which I would assume that they will keep the ball on the ground for the most part. All right, Venegas will take the snap. They'll hand it off, end around to Keyshawn Green going right. Gets a block from Venegas. Keyshawn up the middle of the field, kind of changing directions, and picked up a nice gain out near the 36 or 37-yard line. 8 on the play. And it'll be second down and call it 2. This is their first possession here of the half. Three of the 4 games in this region being played tonight. Stack formation to the right side with 3 receivers. Venegas play zone read or run it back to the right, 40-yard line and out to the 45, and he will pick up the first down and stay in bounds, and the Bulldogs move the chains. Gain of 5. Yeah, maybe 6 out to the 43-yard line. Amaro on the tackle for Three Rivers. Good player, number Jacob Amaro. They'll set the chains. And the clock running, under 5 minutes left in the third. Again, the stack formation, 3 receivers out right. Venegas will throw. Now he wants to run, and he's in trouble. Now he's still looking to throw, and he goes down inside the 35. That was well defense, and Keyshawn Green broke free, but there was no way Venegas could have got the ball to him under that pressure, and he sacked back at the 35-yard line. And I did not see the sacker as Venegas was the sackee. Loss of 8 yards. So it's going to be second down and 18. My math is right. They have to get it to the 47 of Three Rivers. They go 4 receiver set here. Keyshawn in motion. They'll fake it to him, and following him around the right side, Venegas got a lot of room. 50, first down, and he stumbles forward, and he goes down near the 42-yard line. Boy, that was an interesting little play there. Fake the jet sweep and follow the receiver around the corner as a lead blocker, and they picked up on a second and 18, got the first down to the 43-yard line of Three Rivers. 22 on the play. This quarter, opposite of the first half, this quarter flying by. 3:28 to go. First and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 43 of Three Rivers. Play action for Venegas. Deep ball intended for Targach, up for grabs, and I think Targach pulled it down at the 5. What a catch there by Titan Targach. Had 2 guys around him, and he just pulled it away from Lancaster, and a big pickup on the pass play. Venegas to Targach all the way down to the 4-yard line. 39 on the play. And the Bulldogs are going to threaten. Edna leads Randolph 10-7 now with 7 minutes to go in the ball game. That's a 3A Division I matchup. All right, first and goal for the Bulldogs. Under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Venegas hand it to Keyshawn on the jet sweep, and nothing doing. Inman was all over that one, and he throws him back outside the 10-yard line for a loss. They'll mark it at the 10. That's a 6-yard loss there.
Now by number 8, Caden Inman.
So second and goal at the 10. It was 42-7 at the half. Right now, still at 42-7. And the clock zipping by here quickly here in the third quarter. All right, second and goal at 10. Venegas rolling out to the right. Fires one toward the goal line and underthrew his man, trying to get it to Jaden Guyton down on the goal line toward the far pylon, but it was short hop and it's incomplete. That'll stop the clock with the incompletion. Going to bring up third down.
Brings up third and goal from the 10-yard line.
I want to send out congratulations to a Flatonia Lady Bulldogs softball player, Abby Drawbeck. Signed a letter of intent to play softball this week with Southern Arkansas University. That's located in Magnolia, Arkansas. Congratulations to Abby Drawbeck. She's their shortstop on the softball team. And now, as I say that, we got a timeout Flatonia. A little confusion there with 2:04 to go. 42-7, all Bulldogs from Flatonia. Let's take a 30-second break and come back.
Cal-Maine Foods proudly supports the Flatonia Bulldogs football team. The Bulldogs are an example of what happens when you combine teamwork and hard work. So please join them in supporting the Bulldogs in today's football game. Go Bulldogs! Cal-Maine Foods Incorporated, located at 400 South Colorado Street, proud to be part of the Flatonia community.
All right, welcome back to Marion. Flatonia had a 16-0 lead after the first quarter, put 26 on the board in the second quarter, and Three Rivers got a late touchdown before the half, and we were sitting at 42-7 at intermission. We're still at 42-7 as the teams have been, for the most part, running the football here in the third quarter. We have 2:04 to go. Bulldogs have it at the Three Rivers 10, and they have third and goal at the 10-yard line. All right, kind of a tight formation here. Two backs back there with Venegas. Third down, he play action, rolling out right. Still looking. Now he's thinking about running. He's got it to the 5, and he gets shoved out of bounds close to the goal line. He almost got that thing in.
Number 1, Cabral Venegas on the quarterback keeper.
And they'll mark him down near the 1-yard line, thereabouts, and that's going to bring up third down. Needed 10, he got 9, so it's at the 1. Minute and a half to go in the third quarter.
Fourth and goal.
Check that, it's fourth down. My mistake, it's fourth and goal at the 1. All right, fourth down. They got Kobe Burton taking the direct snap, and he runs right up the middle, and I think they tripped him up before he scored. Yeah, he's down. That was a good play by Inman, or I think Mamaro came up there, and instead of trying to tackle him high, he went down and tripped him up, and Kobe Burton hit the ground before he scored, tried to squirm across, but that don't work in high school. His knee was down, and Three Rivers stops him on fourth and goal at the 1-yard line. So Flatonia turned away on the 4th and 1 from the 1-yard line, and Three Rivers will get it back. Good play there by Jacob Amaro. Came up and just tripped him up in the backfield, and he didn't get it in. But now they have the ball inside the 1-yard line.
KBUK LaGrange.
They have to be careful here.
Well, they'll go over to Three Rivers on down. We have a lost spot in the press box. If you can come and identify it, please check in it with your
And we got whistles and a timeout taken by Three Rivers as they having to get something, trying to get something going here, and they call a timeout. I'm going to hang on to it here since we're so close to the end of the quarter. I'm going to update some scores here for you. Ganado all over Thorndale, 53-12. Refugio doing likewise to Holland, 56-3. Those games are in the fourth quarter. And again, that's the same region as this. And remember, the winner here will play the winner of tomorrow's Shiner-Mason game. Those other two ball games with Refugio leading, along with Ganado, Refugio and Ganado will play each other next week because they have huge leads in the fourth quarter there. 3A Division II. We have any local area games here involving? Most of these games are all tomorrow in our immediate area, at least on this part of the state with our regions. 3A Division I. Let's see if there's any updates here. Still 10-7 for Edna over Randolph, and that ball game is late in the fourth quarter. 4A Division II. Navarro now leads Bishop 28-14. That was 14-14 a while ago early in the third quarter. Navarro with 2 second-half touchdowns now lead that game by 2 touchdowns. All right, back to play. 1st and 10 inside the 1 for Three Rivers, and they hand it off up the middle and trying to get some room and doing a good job of that drag. The ball came out. Flatonia has recovered it, but was he down or not? Inman was the runner, I believe, but he was still fighting for yardage going forward. I don't think that was him. Well, they give it to Flatonia. The fumble occurred before the man hit the ground. Harry Yost and the Three Rivers fans felt like he was down, but again, the running back was fighting for yardage, and he lost it, and the Bulldogs take over at the 8-yard line. He was still moving forward, so forward progress wasn't stopped. And Flatonia will take over on the turnover at the 8-yard line. And we have a medical staff from Flatonia tending to one of their players. It might have been a cramp or maybe that was like a cramp. When they walk off with one real stiff leg, that's a cramp. Of course, the Flatonia trainer, our good friend Daryl Unheiser. But the Bulldogs get a turnover, and they take over at the 8-yard line. With 56 seconds to go. Bulldogs got stopped on 4th and goal at the 1 a couple of plays ago, but Three Rivers turns it over and they give it right back to Flatonia at the 8. That's 5 turnovers for them now. All right, Venegas still the quarterback. Cliff set to his left. The lone running back. They'll give it play action. Venegas throws one on the quick slant, and it's dropped by Keegan Green, and he was open. The ball was right where he had to have it, and he just didn't hang on to it. Incomplete. So 2nd down. Clock stopped with 52 seconds to go. All right, Cliff set to the right of Venegas on this play. Venegas rolling out to the right, looking to run, and he runs out of bounds, and that as he gets helped out of bounds there near the maybe the 6 or 7 yard line. Not much there on that play, and he ran out of bounds to stop the clock. Don't be doing that.
Number 1 for Del Venegas on quarterback.
They'll mark it at the 6. That's a couple of yards there. So 2nd and goal for Flatonia. All right, Flatonia with a 3-receiver set to the near side. Guiding to the right. Play action again. Venegas across the middle, and that's overthrown. Try to get it to Targach, who got hit as he was going up for it, and it's incomplete. And it's 3rd down. And the clock stopped at 40 seconds. Don't forget, tomorrow night we have the Smithfield Tigers for you here on KBUK. They take on the Silsbee Tigers. That'll be at Waller ISD, and that'll be a 7:30 kickoff tomorrow. Stuart Burns will be doing the play-by-play tomorrow night. Now we got Flatonia taking a timeout as the play clock was about to run out on them. With 40 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter, as we come to a standstill here with the clock now. Let's take a break. We'll have it's still 42-7 Flatonia. We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. This is Jamie Micklick with Flatonia Livestock Commission Company. The Ronnie Beck family would like to inform you that we will not have a sale Monday, November 21st, the week of Thanksgiving. As you know, Thanksgiving is a time of giving thanks. So a big shout out to all the farmers and ranchers out there for being the backbone of America. These men and women work hard every day to put food on the table and clothes on our backs. So a big thank you to you. From our family to yours, the Ronnie Beck family wishes all of you a happy and blessed Thanksgiving. We will be back on Monday, November 28th for our next sale. Thank you, the Ronnie Beck family.
40 seconds to go in the 3rd. Flatonia still with that 42-7 lead. That's where we were at halftime. They have it at the 6-yard line of Three Rivers. Flatonia got stopped at the 1-yard line a while ago on 4th down. Three Rivers fumbled the first play out at the 7. 4th down play. Venegas back to throw, and he's hit and lost the ball. It's incomplete. As he was hit from the blind side. That was a big hit there. Flatonia trying to throw in the ball here. And they stopped Flatonia again on 4th down. That was Inman with the big hit from behind as he was throwing the ball, and the Bulldogs turn it over on downs.
Hey, great coaching, Flatonia. Great timeout right there. Good job. Woo! Good job. There you're classy. Why don't you check the damn scoreboard?
All right, 1st down for Three Rivers at their 6. So Lee's back to throw, and that ball is off the hands and incomplete to his intended receiver on the far side, incomplete. Tried to get it to Lancaster. And this last minute has taken a long time. .33 seconds to go in the 3rd. 2 receivers off to the left side, 1 to the near side. Solis back to throw, deep ball, trying to get it to Lancaster, and it's caught and bobbled and dropped. He was there, the ball was there, and he couldn't hang on to it. Titan Targach was in coverage, but Lancaster bobbled it a couple of times and couldn't haul it in out near midfield, and it goes incomplete. This is a good throw by Solis, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Seems like we've been inside the Three Rivers 10-yard line here for the longest here. All right, 3rd down 10. Solis to throw. He's in the end zone. Into pressure. Burton is chasing him down. He does get it out of there, and he throws it incomplete, out of bounds. That was all he could do there. And it's going to bring up fourth down, still at the 6-yard line, and we still have 18 seconds to go in the third quarter. And it looks like they're going to send out the kicking team here on third down and 10 at the 6. The punter is Caden Inman. Flatonia will have two receivers standing between the 30 and 35 of Three Rivers. A good snap. Inman's kick away. It's a good high one. Fair catch taken at the 38-yard line by Jaden Guyton, and that's where Flatonia will get it back. And we still have 12 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll mark it at the 38 of Three Rivers.
Flatonia will take over first and 10 at Three Rivers 38-yard line.
All right, first down and 10 at the 38 of Three Rivers. They'll hand it off to Cliff up the middle. Big hole. The flag is down, and Cliff runs into one man. The ball came out, and Flatonia recovered it after that big collision at the 23-yard line, and one of the offensive linemen was on the spot to recover that fumble. That was Andre Vincent, but it's going to come back for a chop block against Flatonia with 3 seconds to go. Chop block means that, in case you don't know, two guys blocking on one, but you can't have one guy go hit him low and the other guy hit him high at the same time, and that's a 15-yard penalty. If you're going to double team them, they both got to be high. I mean, you can't have one go down and one guy hit him high, and that creates some issues there. So 15 yards against Flatonia for the chop block, takes it back to the 47 of Flatonia. And maybe this will be the last play of the third quarter. There's 3 seconds left. And they start the clock, and they won't even get the runner play. And that's it for quarter number 3. Still where we were at halftime. Flatonia 42, Three Rivers 7. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter here from Marion right after this.
Joel's Barbecue in Flatonia is open 7 days a week, and they serve delicious barbecue. They smoke their barbecue in wood pits until it gets that sweet, dark, delicious look and flavor. Come by and try Joel's Barbecue. They're located at I-10 West and FM 609 in Flatonia. Family owned and operated. Joel's Barbecue in Flatonia supports the Flatonia Lady Dogs and Bulldogs. They are proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast. It's tax season. Time to call David Urban Bookkeeping and Tax Service for professional help and assistance in preparing your personal or business taxes. They're up to date on the tax laws and how they affect your return. David Urban Bookkeeping and Tax Service will also handle your accounting and payroll needs. To better serve you, they have 2 offices, one in Flatonia. Call 361-865-2301 and the other in Shiner. Call 361-594-8160. And they are proud to be a part of tonight's broadcast.
All right, here we go with the fourth quarter. Bulldogs have it at their 47, first and 25 after the penalty. Still a 42-7 ball game. Venegas will swing it out into the slot man, Keyshawn Green. He can run 35-40. 30-25, 35 of Three Rivers, and they force him out of bounds about 7 yards shy of the first down. That's it's almost like a running play to swing it out to the slot man. It's a forward pass. And the Bulldogs have second down, and they need about 7 at the 35 of Three Rivers. So that's 15 and 3, be 18 yards on the play. And on top of that, he had to go out of bounds to stop the clock. 3 receivers set to the left side. They'll hand it off to Cliff up the middle. He's got some room, and he'll get inside the 30, down near the 29-yard line.
Taken down by number 71, Coleman Anderson.
Lineman Coleman Anderson, a 270-pound sophomore, made the tackle. 6 yards there for Cliff. And it's going to be third down and a yard.
I think that's 3rd and 1 for Flatonia.
Ganado leads Thorndale 60-12. Still playing. Refugio 56-3 over Holland. Still playing. All right, hand off to Cliff coming right, and there's a flag, and this may be a face mask. 4 flags flew on that one. That might be a face mask or grabbing the helmet. Everybody saw that one. Cliff got it down to about the 37 or 38-yard line, which would have been enough for the first down, but Bulldogs, I think, are going to get some yardage here tacked on. And we did a personal foul for another face mask. This one's against Three Rivers, and that's going to be 15 yards. That'll add that on to the penalty, add that on to the play. That should take you down inside the 15-yard line down to the 14, 1st and 10. All right, first down play. Venegas play action rolling left. Fucks it out into the flat. That ball is caught by Keyshawn Green. And again, he runs out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Keyshawn Green is complete.
That's only a gain of a yard. And it'll be second down and about 9. At the 13 of Three Rivers.
I think that's 2nd and 9 for Flatonia.
3 receivers set left for Flatonia. Venegas keeps it on the zone read to the right. Here it's a big stack, and they stack him up after a very short gain as they shove him back outside the 15-yard line. Maybe a yard.
Got 75, Chris Turner.
Chris Turner made the tackle. A big one. 350 as a sophomore. No gain on the play. A 350-pound sophomore. All right, third down. They still need those 9 yards again. They said 3 receivers here to the right side. That's the narrow side. Guyton is split out left. Now he comes in motion back to the near side. Venegas to throw under some pressure, rolling out to the left. Still has it. Cuts it up to the 10, and he gets tripped up near the 5, and he's going to be a little short, it looks like, on the quarterback keeper around the left side.
Taking a stop, number 6, James Contreras, along with number 10,
James Contreras, one of the linebackers, and Caden Solis, who's also the quarterback, plays defensive back end of the tackle. They marked him at the 6. And it's going to be third down rather. They need about 1.5 yards here for the first down. Cliff the running back to the right. Venegas keeps it up the middle to the 5, and he drives to the goal line, and he's going to be no indication yet. They marked him short. Didn't quite get it inside the 1. So second and goal.
Number 1 for the Venegas.
Clock going under 8:50 left here in the ball game.
First and goal.
That play picked up the first down without a touch. So first and goal now at the 1. Venegas Hands it off to Cliff, and he drives in, and he's in for the, well, somebody call it. I don't know. Did they mark him short? No, there's a touchdown. I thought it was pretty obvious. Touchdown for Dayton Cliff from 1 yard out. And the Bulldogs get on the board here with 8:29 left in the fourth quarter. That's our first points of the second half. That drive started at their 38-yard line. Comes with 8:29 to go with the extra point. Dayton Cliff with his first, second touchdown of the night, both of them being 1 yard plays. Manzano for the extra point. Good snap. Kick is up, and it is good. 8:29 to go. Bulldogs, the Flatonia Bulldogs, 49, Three Rivers 7. The kickoff comes up here from Marion in 60 seconds.
Tex Propane in Schulenburg is a leader in propane sales and service. Propane tanks can be above or underground, and they're available in a variety of sizes for sale, rental, or service. Tex Propane will fill your propane bottles, and they also offer residential and commercial plumbing. Call them today at 743-3351. Tex Propane also has locations in Moulton and Bastrop. Tex Propane is proud to be a part of this broadcast.
J. Barbie Foods, leading with quality for over 55 years, has production plants in Welder and Weimar. They offer quality sausage and specialty meat products for retail and food service operations. To learn more, visit their website, jbfoods.com. J. Barbie Foods, family owned and operated by the Janechka family. J. Barbie Foods is proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast and sends best of luck wishes to the Flatonia football team, and send a shout out to Bulldog jersey number 23, Kale Janechka.
All right, Manzano has it teed up. Here's the kick. End over end, not real deep to the 22. It bounces, taken there by, it looks like Lancaster, rather. He runs it up over the 30, and they force him out of bounds out at the 31. That's where Three Rivers will take over. Scoring drive for Flatonia. 9 plays, 62 yards, a 1-yarder for Dayton Cliff with a score. Final score, Edna moves on. The Cowboys beat Universal City Randolph 16-7 tonight. So Edna will play the winner of tomorrow's Corpus Christi London Blanco game, and they're playing in San Antonio tomorrow. Let's see, number 1 ranked Franklin leads Anahuac 42-7. That game is late in the third quarter there. All right, on a first down play, coming to the near side here is Derek Lancaster on the receiving end, and he gets forced out of bounds after a 2 or 3 yard gain there. Out to the 34-yard line, be 3 on the play. So second down. So that's our first final of the night, that Edna score. Again, not a lot of games tonight. Tomorrow night, again, we have Smithfield Tigers and the Silsbee Tigers here on KBUK from Waller, Texas at Waller ISD. Stuart Burns and his crew will be doing the play-by-play. So Lisa throw again, caught by Inman out here at the 40-yard line, not going down easily. Made a couple of spin moves, but gets knocked down near the 44-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Kason Perez on the tackle for Flatonia. They'll mark it at the 44. 10-yard pickup on the pass play. And we're under 8 minutes to go. 3 receivers set off to the right side. Solis back to throw, fires it here to Lancaster in the flat. Gets it into Flatonia territory and be knocked out of bounds near the 46. And they're going to give him a first down. Well, they're really lenient on these spots sometimes. 10-yard pickup, first down. So the ball now at the Flatonia 46. Solis to throw across the middle. Intercepted by Reese Ramirez. That could be a pick six to the 40, 35. Solis has an angle on him to the 20, and he runs him down inside the 15-yard line. Turnover number 5, I think, against Three Rivers tonight. That may be 6. But Reese Ramirez on the pick six on the little quick slant across the middle, and he takes it from about the 40-yard line of Flatonia all the way down to the 11-yard line.
First and 10 for Flatonia at the Three Rivers 11-yard line.
That's his second one of the night for Reese Ramirez. And a big return down to the Three Rivers 11-yard line. That's about a 50-yard return. All right, Flatonia now will hand it off. New quarterback, new running backs, and the new running back on the carry is Kason Perez, and he gets it in for the touchdown. Well, he just came in as a running back. He has one carry and a touchdown. And again, another turnover results in a touchdown for Flatonia. One-play drive. Yeah, but that is all right, the extra point by Manzano is good. And our new score with 7:17 to go. Now Bulldogs, the Flatonia Bulldogs, 56, Three Rivers 7. All right, Euro Manzano will tee it up. Defense has done well tonight. They've forced turnovers, and the Flat Bulldogs have responded after the turnover with a touchdown. I believe that's 6 for them. 56-7, 7:17 to go here in the ball game. Manzano's kick, end over end, not deep. Taken at the 27 and dropped and picked up again by Inman, and he'll get knocked down there on the coverage by Beck Zimmerman. And it'll be at near the 29 or 28-yard line for Three Rivers. Now, the Bulldogs didn't waste any time early tonight. Scored in the first minute and 40 seconds. And it's been all Flatonia ever since. That first drive went
First and 10 for Three Rivers at the 28-yard line.
Like 46 yards, and they scored again less than a minute and 40 seconds into the ball game. And it's been all Flatonia ever since. Line of scrimmage as the 28. Three Rivers on the running play. Inman trying to come to the nearest, that's Amaro, and he'll get it out close to the 30-yard line. Kason Perez finishes them off after a gain of maybe a couple. And the clock running at 6:50 and here left in the fourth quarter. And the Bulldogs will be meeting up next week with a couple of long-time, well, for sure one long-time foe, Shiner or Mason, which they've also dealt with before in the playoffs. But Shiner and Mason tomorrow, and the winner there will play Flatonia next week. All right, second down and 8. Solis to throw deep ball across the middle, and it's overthrown. Tried to get it to Lancaster, but he was well covered by Keyshawn Green, and also back there, Kason Perez, and that'll stop the clock on the incompletion. Franklin leading Anahuac 32-7. That's 3A Division I. That game was getting late there. Third down and 8 for Three Rivers. Solis back to throw. Got plenty of time, still looking. Now he's going to run it. Gets it to the 35, and he's tackled. Good open field tackle by Keyshawn Green, but not before Solis picks up the first down by about a yard. Line of scrimmage will be the 39-yard line. He got 9 there. Checking some of these other scores. Navarro still leads Bishop 28-14. That game was just about over. First down play, Solis back to throw. Still got plenty of time. They're only rushing 3. Now he wants to run. That's a tackle there. They just basically tackled Arnulfo Ramirez with one of their linemen. The flag came, and that was an easy call there. Solis took it up and ran it near the 45-yard line, but it's going to come back for about the most obvious holding penalty you'll ever see. That was almost like a wrestling move and a slam. So that'll take it back to the 29-yard line of Three Rivers.
Also, we still have the lost zone here in the press box.
So first and 20 now for Three Rivers as they wind the clock. Alamo Heights beat Gregory Portland tonight 31-8. Clock running, going under 5:20 to go. Running play, Inman going right. Couple of nice moves, gets it back past the original line of scrimmage out near the 41-yard line. He's a good runner. Keegan Green with the tackle. That'll be a gain of about 12 to the 41-yard line, and it'll be second down, and let's make it 8. Turnovers tonight, big factor in this game. Flatonia took advantage of 5 out of the 6 of them. All right, second down and 8 for Three Rivers. Inman coming in motion to the near side. Solis takes the snap and running left. Looking for the corner, 45-50 down the sideline, and he runs out of bounds near the Bulldog 40-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. 18 yards on the play. That'll stop the clock with 4:21 to go in the ball game as he ran out of bounds. And don't forget, we got the Tigers and the Tigers tomorrow night. Smithfield and Silsbee at 7:30 from Waller here on KBUK. 4 receiver set now for Three Rivers. So Lee's back to throw. It's only a 2-man rush. They fired out to Inman here in the flat, and he gets hit and driven out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 33-yard line.
Second down by number 34, Larry Perez.
Larry Perez with the tackle for Flatonia. Gain of 8. Under 4 minutes and counting here from Marion. Again, the Flatonia Bulldogs have controlled this game the entire ball game. It was 42-7 at the half. They added a couple of scores here in the fourth quarter. Well, Three Rivers on second down, a quarterback draw play by Solis, and they'll get it inside the 30, and that's enough for a first down as he's brought down by Rayleigh Nieto.
They're going to stop number 56, Rayleigh Nieto.
3-yard pickup, first down. They'll crank the clock. Now the chain is set. So now Flatonia can sit back, at least until tomorrow night, find out who they're going to be playing next week in the third round. They'll send out 3 receivers to the right side. Tight end is set here to the left. Amaro, the running back, on the near side of Solis. He'll roll out to the left side, looking to throw. Deep ball toward the end zone. Try to get it to Amaro, and that's going to be pass interference on Kason Perez. He never looked at the ball and bumped into the receiver as the ball came in there, but he never turned his head around to defend the ball, and that's going to draw a flag every time. And that'll be pass interference, and that'll be not like the NFL where you get it at the spot of the foul. They mark off the yardage. Now the referee and the back judge that threw the flag is having a conversation. Should be a 15-yard penalty, I would assume. Yeah, pass interference. And that'll be a first down for Three Rivers. That'll take the ball down to the 15-yard line. First down by way of the flag. With 2:49 to go.
First down,
Three Rivers would like to get a score here before the end of the ball game, no doubt. Here's a little toss to Amaro from the wing coming to the left, and he runs right into big old Tayden Alvarado, who had him and wouldn't let him go. And they're going to give him 3 yards on that play. No, maybe 2 yards down to the 13-yard line. Good play by Alvarado. Playing the nose spot or defensive tackle if you go. Now, they don't line anybody up over the center. It's over the guards. Second down 8. Solis back to throw. Only a 2-man rush. Now he's running to the left here. Now he's going to cut it up. Gets around Alvarado, and he gets forced out of bounds. Oh, they're going to give him the touchdown. I don't know if he got in there or not, but they gave him the touchdown. It looked like Flatonia's Larry Perez that forced him out of bounds, but maybe he stretched the ball out enough to break the plane, but it sure looked like he was short. But at this point, it don't really matter. So a 13-yard run by Solis for the touchdown. And Three Rivers puts a touchdown on the board here late in the game. Amaro with the extra point attempt. And the kick is up and no good. So with 1:56 to go, Bulldogs 56, Three Rivers 13. We'll take a 60-second break and come back with the kickoff.
Mr. Mike Schultz of Flatonia is proud to support the Flatonia athletic teams, wishing the Flatonia Bulldogs football team the best of luck in the football playoffs. And a big shout out to the parents, coaches, and all involved in helping this team be the best they can be. That is teamwork. All have a task, multiplies the success. Mike Schultz, proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast, and go Bulldogs!
Meacher Grain Company Incorporated is always proud to support the youth in our area, and they proudly support the Flatonia Bulldogs football team. Good luck in the season. Meacher Grain Company is also proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast. That's Meacher Grain Company, a family-owned and operated business in Flatonia. Call 361-865-3339. And go Bulldogs!
All right, Three Rivers attempt the onside kick, get another opportunity maybe. Jacob Amaro will do the kicking. Flatonia's got 10 guys within the 40 and the 50-yard line. And it's a little pooch kick over the 2 lines. It hits the ground, and Venegas, the quarterback, comes up and gets it and hits the ground right away. And Flatonia will have it there at the 37-yard line, and you would think as we're at the point of it's time to take a knee here in a 56-13 ball game.
2-10, Flatonia.
Flatonia will get win number 11 tonight. That'll be 10 in a row now for them. Three Rivers will end it up a good year, 9-3. Let's see who's going to take the snap here. Dayton Cliff, it looks like. They've got a lot of new players out there. They'll hand it off to Larry Perez, who runs straight ahead, and he drives forward out near the 46-yard line.
Number 34, Larry Perez.
Yeah, they'll mark him down at the 45. So 8 yards for Perez on that play. I can sit there and milk the clock a little bit here. Down to a minute and a half. And we're coming up almost on a 3-hour ball game. The first half was really long. And Perez is going to leave, and Flatonia's going to get flagged for too many men in the huddle for an illegal substitution. And they'll take it back to the 40. It'll be second down and 6. Or 7, I guess, more realistic. And let's see if he cranks that clock up. Yeah, he does. All right, 2nd and 8. And let's make it 7 for Flatonia. They can let the 15 seconds on the play clock. They don't have to snap it until we're under a minute here. Ooh, they'll hand it off and hit the band, a fumble, and going the other way with it on the fumble is going to be Amaro, and it's going to be a touchdown on the scoop and score. That was a big hit in the backfield. The running back, Gentry Doyle, got hit by one of their linemen, and everything just kind of stopped, but the ball came out, and Amaro didn't stop it. He scooped it up and ran it back for a touchdown on the scoop and score. That'll go as about a 37-yard return and a touchdown. So Three Rivers gets a turnover finally in their favor, and they wind up scoring on it. On the scoop and score tomorrow now, will attempt the extra point. Play clock is down to 11 seconds. They're waiting for an offensive lineman here. They also to the line, going for 2. They snap it. They give it to Inman going off a right tackle, and he walks in for the 2 points. So Flatonia turns it over here with 49 seconds left. Turns into a return for a touchdown by Three Rivers. Well, let me be sure this extra point is done because there was a flag on Flatonia. They declined it. So with 49 seconds to go, our new score is Three Rivers 56, and they make that Flatonia 56 and Three Rivers 21. And we'll have the kickoff here in about 30 seconds.
Balcones Minerals has been keeping surfaces dry, clean, and safe since 1961 with high-quality, environmentally safe, absorbent clay products and minerals. They also offer competitive pricing and convenient packaging on orders. They're located at 323 Balcones Lane in Flatonia. Call 361-865-3544 with any questions. Balcones Minerals is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
All right, welcome back. 49 seconds left. Look for another onside kick. Three Rivers has put a couple of scores on the board here in less than about a minute of playing time. The last one here is the scoop and score by Jacob Amaro on the fumble, about 37-yard return, and the 2-point try was good. So Flatonia will defend against the onside kick again. Little pooch kick to the far side, a low one, and coming up to grab it quickly was Keegan Green, and he went straight to the turf, and Flatonia now can run it out here with a couple of knees here with 48 seconds to go and wrap this thing up. It'll be at the 44 of Three Rivers, or excuse me, of Flatonia rather. All right, first down play. Bulldogs are in their victory formation. It's almost a punt with low snap, and they'll take a knee. And they may have to do that one more time. They direct snap it to Dayton Cliff. So 4 touchdowns here in the fourth quarter, 2 for each team. Flatonia has to snap it one more time, and there it is, and that should do it. And the Flatonia Bulldogs are going to go into the third round with another pretty big decisive win here in the playoffs tonight, 56-21 over Three Rivers, as Three Rivers added a couple of scores here in the last 2 minutes. And the Bulldogs will move on now to meet the winner of tomorrow night's Shiner and Mason game, which ought to be real interesting over in San Antonio. And the Bulldogs pick up win number 11. They're 11-1 now, heading into that ball game next week. And again, a very convincing win as the Bulldogs jumped on this one early and had a 16-0 lead after the first quarter, and they dominated it the rest of the way. And again, Three Rivers with a couple of touchdowns here in the last couple of minutes to get on the board here to make it a 56-21 win for Flatonia. We'll take a break and come back and wrap it up.
Happy holidays and season's greetings from all of us at Oviedo Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat. We may still be a few weeks away, but 2022 Black Friday sales event begins now, because one day of new vehicle deals is never enough. So welcome to our Oviedo showroom and get Black Friday savings every day in November. Find deals on new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram vehicles and get financing as low as 0% on selected models and no payments until 2023. Buying made simple in LaGrange, located at 1980 West State Highway 71 Bypass, we will exceed your expectations. And if you can't find your next new vehicle here or online, www.oviedododge.com, we will happily special order your new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat today. At Oviedo, we are better, we prove it every day.
Josecito's Mexican Grill in Flatonia is proud to be a part of tonight's broadcast and proud of the Flatonia Bulldogs football team, wishing the Bulldogs the best of luck in the football season. Josecito's Mexican Grill is located at 507 East Interstate 10 Frontage Road in Flatonia, open 7 days a week, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They have the best authentic Mexican food in town, breakfast tacos, fajitas, enchiladas, and more. That's Josecito's Mexican Grill in Flatonia. The Flatonia National Bank, a branch of First National Bank of Shiner, is your hometown bank offering traditional banking that is here to stay. Being a community bank means supporting local schools, churches, and nonprofit organizations so that we can build a better community together. So join Flatonia National Bank in supporting our local youth at tonight's football playoff game, wishing the Bulldogs the best of luck. Visit Flatonia National Bank in person or online at www.fnbshiner.com. Flatonia National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back to Marion's Veterans Stadium. A big night for Flatonia. Jumped out early and never looked back as they win the second round game over the Three Rivers Bulldogs by a score of 56-21. And again, Flatonia had a 42-7 lead at the half. Scoreless third quarter, got a couple of touchdowns in the fourth quarter, about a minute apart, and to go up 56-7. And Three Rivers had a couple of touchdowns here in the last couple of minutes, one of them being a fumble recovery and a return, and it ends up at 56-21. So Flatonia, again, 6 turnovers by Three Rivers tonight. I think 5 of those resulted in touchdowns for the Bulldogs. So they dominated from the start, and they now have an 11-1 record heading into round 3 next week. Three Rivers had a good year, finishing up 9-3 with this loss tonight. And the Bulldogs now will meet the winner of tomorrow's Shiner and Mason game. They're both 9-2, and they're playing at Hutto's Memorial Stadium. Now, the other part of the bracket, this region, I should say, had games tonight, and we got a couple of – this has been a night of blowouts here in Region 4A Division 2. Refugio defeated Holland 56-9. Remember, Holland's in the district with Flatonia. And then Ganado routed Thorndale 66-12. So Refugio and Ganado move on. Ganado was the fourth-place team in the district with Three Rivers because Three Rivers got third place on the head-to-head win over Ganado. And then tomorrow night now, Mason and Shiner will play, and the winner of that one will play Flatonia, who wins tonight 56-21. A couple of other final scores here we're going to give you, and then we're going to wrap this thing up here. First of all, in 3A Division 1, Edna defeated Randolph 16-7, so Edna moves on to round 3. Number 1 ranked Franklin, a 32-7 win over Anahuac, so Franklin will move on in Region 3 of 3A Division 1. And in 4A Division 2, it was Navarro with a 2-touchdown win over Bishop. The final score there was Navarro 28 and Bishop 14. And that game was tied at 14, and Navarro got a couple of touchdowns in the second half to get the win there. Again, winning that one 28-14. So Navarro will move on to the third round in the 4A Division 2 bracket. And again, not a lot of games tonight, as most of them coming up now tomorrow night on Friday. We have a game for you tomorrow night here on KBUK. It'll be the Smithfield Tigers taking on the Silsbee Tigers, and that'll be at Waller. And again, Stuart Burns will be there for the play-by-play. He'll have his Smithfield crew there with him tomorrow night. It's a 7:30 kickoff, so we invite you to tune in to that ball game tomorrow night here on KBUK. One more final to pass along to you. Port Lavaca Calhoun beat Canyon Lake tonight 21-13. That's in 4A Division 1, and that is Region 4, so a final score there. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us here from Marion. I want to thank the folks here. Nice little stadium they've got here, and had an opportunity to do a lot of baseball and softball playoff games. Our first football game here, and it was a good one for Flatonia as they win it 56-21 to move on to the third round against the winner of tomorrow night's Shiner and Mason game. We'd like to thank our fine sponsors tonight, a good list of them: J. Barbie Foods, Oviedo Auto Group, Meet Your Grain Company, Mike Schultz, Balcones Minerals, Josecitos Mexican Grill, Flatonia National Bank, Don Michalika Custom Builders, Hullab Real Estate, S&S Grain Incorporated, Alpha One Ford, the Flatonia Family Health Center, Flatonia Livestock Commission Company, Calmaine Foods, David Urban Bookkeeping and Tax Service, Joel's Barbecue, and Tex Propane. Thanks to all those folks. Thanks to Mike Andrews back at our studio. And thanks to you for listening. And the final score once again, it was Flatonia 56 and Three Rivers 21. That'll do it here from Veterans Stadium in Manor. I'm Gary Dushek. Good night, everybody.